Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for a point of personal privilege and a motion.
The senator has the floor.
First, I just wanted to note on your desk today, the senator from Eastern Fairfax and I have had placed calendars and magazines from Mount Vernon. There's a lot of history in them, and I hope that you'll enjoy them. And the reason that we've chosen to do that today is that today marks the 284th anniversary of our president, George Washington, born in 1732 in Westmoreland County, represented by the senator from Stafford. Washington was the first of our 8 Virginia-born presidents. Now, I'm proud that his estate is in the 30th Senate District, though portions of Washington's original farms and his church are located in the senator from Eastern Fairfax's district. So we've all heard a lot about Washington on the floor over the years, so I was looking for some things that might be a little bit lesser known. And I wanted to talk about George Washington as a member of the Virginia State Legislature. From 1759 until the outbreak of the Revolution, Washington served in the General Assembly as a member of the House of Burgesses. No doubt if there'd been a Senate back then, he would have ascended to it en route to the presidency. Washington was not a particularly outspoken Burgess, and he did not introduce innovative legislation. He met in Williamsburg with elder statesmen like Peyton Randolph and George Wythe, along with his contemporaries Jefferson, Mason, and Henry. He learned to navigate politics quickly there, and he served on, as it was then called, the Elections and Privileges Committee, perhaps with Senator Saslaw. Starting in the 1760s, the House of Burgesses became entrenched in the struggle with the British government, and in May of 1774, the House called for a day of fasting and prayer to show support for Bostonians subjected to punishment by Britain. The royal governor of Virginia responded by dissolving the House, and over the next few days, Washington and other Burgesses called for a meeting that would become the first Virginia Revolutionary Convention. And during the grueling Revolutionary War that followed, Washington actually lost more battles than he won. He lost the battles of Fort Necessity, Long Island, White Plains, Brandywine, Germantown, and others. And despite those defeats, he still exhibited valuable traits in his military command: his ability to rally troops under fire, to sustain morale, and his grasp of the larger strategic imperatives all made Washington the great general that we celebrate today and are responsible for our success as a nation. After the war, as we all know, Washington became our first president, and as president, he founded the U.S. Navy, established our nation's official currency, created the State Department, and established the U.S. Supreme Court. It was just 3 years after leaving the presidency, though, and retiring to Mount Vernon, that Washington died of a throat infection. In the design of the U.S. Capitol, a central vault was built to be the president's final resting place. However, in Washington's will, he made it clear his desire to be buried at Mount Vernon instead, and to this day, the vault at the U.S. Capitol remains empty. With humility and vision, President Washington left a lasting mark on statesmanship, on our country, and our Commonwealth. And with that, Mr. President, I wanted to move that when we adjourn today, we do so in memory and honor of the father of our country, President George Washington.
Thank you, Senator.